Another way that we can find errors in data is by using plots or by graphing the data. In this case, the idea is that points will probably stand out from the bulk of the data. If we look at, say, the holding and the service time that are in columns B and C of this data set, we can quickly create a scatter plot to see how they are related. The idea being that generally, if you have a big problem, you're willing to wait longer to get it solved. And when you do actually get connected to the representative, it takes longer to solve. So they should be related. Anyway, let's throw together a scatter plot that uses column B to predict column C. So we're going to select the word hold down the shift key and hit the right arrow once, and that selects also the label in column C, and then hold down shift control down arrow, and that will select all the way to the bottom of the data. You'll notice that the data stopped, the selection box stopped at row 1121 where the data ended. So let's go back up to the top and say let's create a scatter plot. So let me scroll all the way to the top here. And so we would click on Insert, and over here on Charts, we would click on the one that has the scatter plot. And just choose the first one. It's generally the easiest and most legible. So there we have a scatter plot with the x-axis being the hold time and the y-axis being the service time. And as you can see, most of the points are kind of clumped together. Each point represents one of the 1,120 calls. Horizontal axis is holding time and the vertical axis is the service time. Excel will always put the leftmost column on the horizontal axis and the rightmost column on the vertical axis. So the first thing you notice here is that there appears to be some sort of relationship between the holding time and the service time. We might speculate why this would be, but it would only be speculation. Perhaps those who have more important problems are prepared to hold for longer before hanging up. And when they finally reach the consultant, it does in fact take longer to resolve. But you can also see some unusual points to the right of the plot. These points over here in this area, there's 5 or 6 of them. These calls involve very long waiting times on the order of 5 to 8 minutes. These could possibly be misrecorded, yes. For the 420 over here could actually be 42, but that's speculation. Since the times were recorded electronically, in this instance, they are unlikely to be wrong. So misrecorded data is probably less of a problem these days with electronic recording. But when you have survey data that have been entered into a spreadsheet by hand, it is common to find wrong data values, often 10 times too large or 10 times too small because of a misplaced decimal point. So those are easily spotted in a graph like this.